What's going on, everyone? TJ Fitness D News Reviews, and listen. You remember this one, right? The craziest pre-workout ever produced. Like 1 gram of stimulants in this monster here. Well, people, this is apparently not enough because Apollon Nutrition is coming up, launching Assassin. Next generation. The craziness continues. Listen, people, I'm gonna take you to the new label of this thing. Then I'm gonna share with you my personal experience using this one over the last week, because experience is what really matters at the end of the day. And then right towards the end of the video, I'm gonna give you my final verdict. Who is this for? Can you handle this monster? Let's get right into it. Okay, guys, so Apollon Nutrition, storming into the supplement world over the last year or so. Full line of products, from the Hooligan with 600 milligrams of caffeine, Bare Knuckle, which is one of the best pump formulas out there, really good protein, intra-workouts, you name it. But the cream of the crop is the Assassin Unleashed, which was launched about six months ago, because it really redefined hardcore stim junkie formula. And I reviewed it here on the channel. I'm going to link to that review below. And I really like this, and I know that everyone that used it liked it. And even though this one presented one of the most extreme labels on label, like when you look at this stuff, 600 milligrams of caffeine, 300 milligrams of DMHA, 300 milligrams of rhiagenesis, 65 milligrams of synephrine, and a bunch of other stuff in a full-blown pump package. Listen, anyone that used this, I haven't heard anyone that said, hey, I used this and oh my god, I felt like shit. And which you would almost expect reading this thing. It appears that the human body can take a lot of shit. But listen, this is not for everyone. Obviously, this is a super stim junkie galore type pre-workout. I really like the effect here. I think everyone that used it felt the same. I called my, labeled my review Be Like Spidey, like Spider-Man, because the alertness level and just being in the zone level was super intense. And what I really liked about this one, this shit lasts forever. You'll continue to feel this one 6 or 7 hours into it. But listen, obviously this crazy ass label wasn't enough for Apollon Nutrition. They decided to actually up the ante and came up with this even yellower label of Assassin Next Generation. So what changes in Assassin? I'm going to take you through the label here, and this is a long ass label. What you want to pay attention to is the ingredients themselves, and obviously the quantities. The quantities here are just sick. They're gonna get you steamed by just looking at the label and reading the numbers. But anyway, I'm gonna take you through it, and I'm also gonna mention what they've improved compared to the previous version, which I just went over. So anyway, so listen to this. As far as the pump package, you get an L-citrulline at 4 grams. And by the way, there's a 1 scoop, 2 scoops here. I told Robert from Apollon Nutrition I don't like the 1 scoop, 2 scoops, even though with this craziness level, theoretically, half a scoop is a stim junkie pre-workout, which I totally get. So it's not actually 1 scoop, 2 scoops, it's half a scoop, 1 scoop. Anyway, so I'm gonna go with 1 scoop, which is 20 servings of this thing, 15.2 grams. Okay, 15.2 grams. So you get L-citrulline at 4 grams, and you get agmatine at 1 gram. So this is very similar to the previous version as far as the pump package, which is actually a good combination. This is your baseline good pump formula where you get the combination of L-citrulline and agmatine. But the guys at Apollon added grapeseed extract at 300 milligrams, which is great. Grapeseed extract is going to help you with circulation in your body. It's going to help with the pump. There you go, improved pump formula. Beta-alanine still at 3.2 grams. Park that aside. Let's get into the Steam and Focus package. And really, this is where it's different. Now, it's not necessarily a lot more steams. As I'm going to tell you in a second, there is a bit more steams, but not a lot. Really, the focus elements here are where this thing shines as far as the label. So as far as the label itself, you get caffeine anhydrous at 500 milligrams. Then you get DMHA, which is this new age stimulant that we all grew to love as as DMAA went away. 300 milligrams of DMHA and 300 milligrams of rhiagenesis. So this, this combination, caffeine, rhiagenesis, DMHA, you see that in a lot of stim junkie pre-workouts, definitely not in 500, 300, 300. Anyway, they added theobromine at 250 milligrams. So theobromine is, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a stimulant, but it's way less impactful compared to caffeine. So it doesn't directly apply to your central nervous system. But I really like theobromine combination together with caffeine and the rest of the stuff. Definitely at this amount, it's really interesting. Like it's more of a mellow effect, but it's more long lasting. There you go. Then on top of that, then you have decaffeine malate at 100 milligrams, which combines theobromine and the caffeine anhydrous. You get about 600 milligrams of caffeine. Then you get theacrine at 125 milligrams. 125 milligrams theacrine. So you don't get used to theacrine, you don't develop a lot of resistance to theacrine, and it's going to help you the longevity of the effect and with mental focus and a couple of other good stuff. Then you have igenamine and synephrine at 75 milligrams and 65 milligrams combined. So that's igenamine is another stimulant, you're going to feel it, and synephrine is that burn thing. And the combination is just supposed to get you in the zone and raged. The theobromine is the new piece here, by the way. I just wanted to mention that. Then they added, and this is really where it's important. So I think the theobromine addition is cool, and the grapeseed extract for the pump is really cool. But really where I think this thing shines is they added ordenine, which is one of my favorite ingredients in combination in a Stim Junkie pre-workout. Ordenine somehow, even though it's like sort of a fat burner energy compound, the combination with the right amount, there's 50 milligrams here, with caffeine and DMHA and arhydrogenesis, specifically arhydrogenesis, usually works magic on focus and mood elevation. I really liked what they've done here. And then they added vinpocetin at 10 milligrams. So Google vinpocetin. It's a chemical that's actually artificially derived, but it's supposed to replicate a plant. Long story short, it helps with mental clarity, mental focus. And then they added 1 more milligram of yohimbine. So there was 4 milligrams in the previous version. There's 5 milligrams here. That's going to help you with a complete Stim experience and feeling the burn. Listen, people. There is a lot of shit in this one. There was a lot of shit in the other one. There's more shit here. Really like the fact that they just improved a bit the pump package. But then what's really important here is the focus and mood elevation package with the ordenine and the vinpocetin and the theobromine, more theobromine. That's really where this thing is supposed to be better than the previous one. Okay, people. Are you steamed already? You should be. Anyway, let's get into the actual experience. So I want to start with the scoop size. I actually measured it. This is sort of on point. So when you take a full scoop, you're taking full serve. Maybe it's like 3-4%, but nothing major. Let it go. As far as the actual flavors, so the first flavor they came out with is strawberry kiwi. This is the one I have. So I would say, you know, I always, when I say about flavors with Stim Junkie pre-workouts, it doesn't really matter unless it totally sucks. And then, you know, you have totally suck, bad, drinkable, good, amazing, right? This is, and you want it to be between like drinkable and amazing. I would say this is, I would put it in the drinkable category again. So it's not a good flavor, but by any means, it's not a good flavor. It's drinkable. Seriously, get over it. I mean, you're going to drink it. Actually, at the beginning, you're going to say, this is actually okay. I can't believe they were able to mask all this shit with the flavor. But then you're going to get a bit of a bitter aftertaste. There's a bitter aftertaste that's actually going to stick with you for a few minutes, honestly. So chew a gum, drink your intro workout. Just get over it, seriously. If you can handle this shit, you can handle the flavor of this thing. Let's get into the actual experience, because this is what matters. So listen, as you would expect, as far as the actual energy and being alerted experience and the longevity of this thing and the pump package, this is as good as the previous one. They didn't take away anything, they just added shit. So you're gonna take this, you're gonna be energized for like 6-7 hours. This is a whole day type of thing. Obviously don't take this in the afternoon or evening. You're not gonna sleep. Not gonna sleep. The pumps are solid. They're not the best pumps I've ever had, but the pumps are super solid. You're going to enjoy the pumps. You're gonna get the tingling, and then you're gonna get just your level of alertness. You're just gonna see things move in slow motion in front of you, even if someone is sprinting. That's the experience. That was the previous experience also. But here's what I really liked on this one, and it was consistent. So I used it once, took a day off, used it again, took a day off, used it again, and it's consistent. The mood elevation and the focus on this one is dramatically improved. Dramatically. The previous one, the original version, which I really liked, and I talked about it in the review, didn't have a mood elevation effect. You wouldn't feel like happy, you know, like that feeling of I can do this, right? You were just so dialed in that it didn't matter. This one actually somehow adds focus and mood elevation, and the ingredients, the liposetting, the hordenin, the theobromine, all that stuff comes together, and it really just added that element. So you're not only dialed in, and you're gonna be dialed in, trust me, you're gonna be dialed in. There's also that mood elevation and focus, which, you know, like, you just feel good. You just feel good. Even if your mood is a bit shitty before you go into the gym, you're gonna feel good in this one. So really, people, really, if you could handle the previous one, you're just gonna love, and I mean love, this version. It's just better. It's just better. The previous one, and anyone that used it, I haven't heard one negative side effect. Everyone that used it loved it. You're gonna love this one also. That's it. Listen, people, as far as what it sells for $55. Obviously, we're gonna try and find like a coupon or a launch price from Apollon Nutrition. I'm gonna link it below so you can go and get some if you can handle the truth. Listen, people, if this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is exactly what we do here. We take this shit, we handle it, so you know exactly what to expect. Let's go!